Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, we're installing some cool new products in the garage and getting our organization a little bit more on point. But before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss this awesome cycling content on this channel. So like I said, today we're installing some cool new products in my garage, and those products are going to be from a company called Deerfamy. Now I did a cool review for a Deerfamy product in the past. That was that big 8-bike storage rack that was self-standing that we built right here in my garage. And it was awesome. I still use that as my storage rack right now, so it's not in here, it's outside, but we built that up and it's held up great over the past 6 months or so. Especially over the winter, it still looks just brand new as it did before. So they reached out to me a couple weeks ago again and they said, hey, we got some new products that you think would be beneficial to your garage and we think they'd be useful to you. Do you want to try them out? And of course I said, heck yeah, let's see what you got. So we have two new products from them. Today in this video we're just going to be looking at one of them, and in the next video you'll see we'll be reviewing the second one because they do two different purposes. So today we're taking a look at this one in this box here. So this guy here is a wall mounting system. So if you guys kind of seen my garage, let's kind of aim you guys over here so you guys can kind of see what we got going on. So over here, this is kind of my bike area in the garage. So kind of as everything bike related is on this side. So I have stuff kind of hanging all over the place. I organized it at some point, probably 2 years ago I organized this when we painted the walls and got it kind of looking better. And over those 2 years we've accumulated a lot more crap. So we gotta kind of deal with our organization some. Hopefully this guy here should help us do some organizing. It should help us hang stuff and get stuff organized a little bit better. So I have some ideas of where we're going to put this. So essentially what this is kind of a rail that you would mount up on the wall. And then there's hooks that attach to that in certain different places so you can hang different things. A lot of you guys have seen it before. There's lots of brands out there with something similar to this. But from what I've seen, this one should be pretty neat and a little bit nicer than some of those out there. So let's go ahead and we'll open this up. I don't remember how big this is. So we're going to open this up and we'll take a look at it together and see what kind of stuff we're looking at inside this box. Alright, so inside, first thing we got here, instruction. Awesome. So it actually kind of shows what this is going to look like right there. You guys can see it. So it shows what it's going to be looking like. So it comes with the track itself, and then it comes with two multi-purpose hooks and two vertical bike hooks. So you can hang bikes off of this if you want. Cool, I didn't realize you could do that. So that's awesome. You can hang bikes off of it. And then it comes with two of the rails actually. I lied, two rails. Okay, so installation. Okay, so essentially we're just attaching this to a wall, looks like. Good, so we got instructions, that's always a good thing. So set those instructions off to the side. In here we got all of our hardware, and they do come with some steel sleeves as well. Should be pretty neat. Some pretty basic hardware, but that's all you really need for this, kids, just this basic hardware here. In here, let's see, kind of open everything up, pull it out of the bubble wrap again. It's always nice seeing the stuff nicely secured. Okay. That does look like it's going to be pretty quick and easy. Okay, so there's one of our kind of multi-purpose hooks right there, so it does stick out quite a bit. So you can hang a decent amount of stuff on there, which I think is going to come in handy for how much stuff we have. So set that off to the side there. What we got over here, got our, oh, here's our bike hook. Okay. That's one I didn't realize were in here, but okay, cool. So we got our bike hook, which again, actually sticks out. That sticks out pretty far. I mean, for a bike hook, that's not bad. So I think we're gonna be able to, we might be able to make some stuff work on this. Work pretty good. So there's our bike hook. Should be one more of each of those in here. Yep, here's our other utility hook right here. Number 2, and this should be our other bike hook right here. Maybe. Come on, there it goes. All right. There's our other bike hook right there. Pretty cool. So you can kind of see how this is going to work. So on the back here you have your top kind of hook right here. You can see that's kind of like a hook. So that's pretty much going to go onto the track, and then you can push down on this black plastic piece right here. And when you push down, you can see on the back right there, that's going to go down and pretty much allow you to push this in and lock it onto the track. Pretty neat design. I've never had one of these before, so I think that's a pretty cool design to make it so it's all movable, it comes apart easy, you know, fit it to what you want it to be like. Alright, and so here are the tracks. Those are a lot smaller than I thought they'd be. Okay. So here's our tracks. Okay, if I can get them out. So there's one of our tracks. Pull the other track out here. This might work where I'm kind of thinking I want them to go. So this might turn out okay. Alright, so there's those tracks. Anything else I'm missing? Nope, all looks good. All just packing material. Alright, so here's our track guys here. So the track guys have kind of a rubber insert in here, so you can pull that insert out, and then there is the basis of your track. So you pretty much put you pretty much put 8 holes all the way through, bolting this to, or screwing this to whatever you're mounting this to. And then once that's all mounted, you should just be able to line our rubber strip back up. Maybe. Something else would be easier. Let's see. There we go, okay. It's probably easier when it's mounted to the wall, I would assume. There we go. Alright, once you have that set, you just go ahead and you just slip your rubber piece right back in. And now that we have this out, I can actually probably see what this is like. So, we got our hook thing, so we just clamp that on the front, just like that, and then, that was incredibly easy. And then you just push down and it locks onto place. And it looks like you can slide it back and forth once it's on. So, that's pretty neat. Looks like it's gonna work good. They're each, what is that, just about 16.5 inches. And they're actually, let's see, 42 centimeters it looks like is what we're looking at. Dead on 42 centimeters. So, 42 centimeters, about 16.5 inches. Gonna be the length on each of these. So you'll be looking at, what is that, 3 feet? No, not 3 feet. A little over 2.5 feet is what you're gonna be looking at for these. No, that's not right either. Yeah, okay, yeah, a little over 2.5 feet. I was right the first time. And then the height on these guys, they're about, was that 6 centimeters tall? A little under, was that 2 and 3/8? 2 and 3/8 or 6 centimeters tall. Is what you're looking at for the actual tracks themselves. So, let's go take a look at the wall. We'll see where we're looking at hanging these up. I have some pretty good ideas. I just don't know if the hooks are gonna hang out too far. Those are a lot bigger hooks than I thought. Let's go take a look at the wall, see what we can come up with. All right, so I got you guys switched over to the GoPro so we can take a look at things a little bit better and kind of see, so I can show you guys what I'm thinking here. So pretty much we got right on my window here, we got this beam that goes across. So this kit is designed to be installed on like a fully finished wall. So be something kind of like similar to over there, where it's a drywall finished wall, and those wall anchors go into the wall, and then that's what helps secure it to the wall. In my case, I have a fully, well, what would you call it? 3 out of 4 walls are unfinished in my garage at this moment. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna mount it right along this area right here. So if we go ahead and grab one of our rails, essentially we're gonna put it kind of like right there-ish, just below that bar. Now you're kind of wondering, how are you gonna mount that to here? Because on these, obviously you have 8 different holes I want you to mount it to for it to be nice and secure. And well, that's pretty easy with an unfinished garage. So what we got here, so I have scrap wood hanging around everywhere. So we're gonna grab one of these pieces of scrap wood, and pretty much we're gonna grab this guy. We're gonna line it up with our stud right there, line it up with the top, and we're going to screw that guy into the wall, which is then gonna give us a spot to mount directly to this for our bars to go across, and it should look pretty solid, I would imagine. So that's kind of the plan right now. Stick that right there. So I'm gonna go grab some screws, grab our drill, and we'll start sending this guy in. This should give us plenty of support, so you can put 2 screws here. We can do 2 screws here, 2 screws here, 1 at the end, and 1 in between if we really feel like we need a lot more support. So should work pretty solid. It should be a pretty solid setup for, especially what we're planning on hanging with those hooks. It should be pretty easy to carry that weight. Feels good. So if we go ahead and grab this guy, shake the whole garage. Feel like that's pretty solid. I don't feel like that's going anywhere. Cool. All right, plenty of screws, plenty of strength. That guy should be set to go. So I'm gonna grab my level. We'll start setting up that track right up here. Hammer the steel sleeve into the hole. So that's what I'm kind of talking about. This is made for like a finished wall, so like drywall, because that's what those little steel sleeves are right here. So these little steel sleeves are your drywall anchors. So since we're not going into drywall, we don't really need to, we're not gonna use them. They're not gonna do much in our case. Use screws to fix the beam to the wall, put the rubber strap back in, and then hang the hooks up. Pretty freaking easy, if I do say so myself. All right, we don't really need the instructions. just because it's a pretty simple installation instructions. So we're gonna pull our rubber strip out of here. I'm going to get this guy up here, get our level there. We're gonna pull out some screws. So go ahead, we'll throw this guy on, kind of center that on the board some. Throw our level up on top, make sure I'm getting this level. All right, and let's send. One of them in, there we go. Okay, there's one of them, right there, cool. All right, we'll send our other screw home right here. Cool. Okay. So let's make sure our rubber strip will actually slide in that before we, you know, finish screwing it in or do our other one too. Let's see. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can't even see them all. Oh, it's gonna look good. Look at that. Heck yeah. How come it doesn't look straight? That's level. Maybe the board isn't. Maybe this base plate wasn't straight. I don't know. That thing's level as level can be though. All right, let's pull this guy out of there. Let's grab our second one. We'll pull the rubber out of that one. And this one we should be able to pretty much line those two up, hopefully. I guess I should get some screws out first. I'm hoping we can just kind of go doop, line those two up like that. Throw our level on here into that hole. We feed that down. There we go. Oh yeah, perfect. Heck yeah. All right. Still looks level. All right, let's send in another screw here. Heck yeah, look at those. Looks good. All right, somebody's got to put the rest of our 12 screws in. I'm going to slip our rubber pieces right back in. So cut to all the screws being in. All right, so we got all of our screws in for our track. Now we just got to get this rubber piece back in to make it look all nice. There we go. I'm curious. Oh yeah, it'll go straight all the way across. Oh, that makes it so nice. Okay, let's go do our other rubber piece. That means we got them lined up perfectly. You can slide this guy all the way across the two. So you don't have to put them like this in row either. You can mount them in separate places, mount them separately, mount just one. Whatever you want to do, you can make happen. If we get a stupid rubber thing lined up, there we go. All right, slide that guy where it needs to go. All right, it's looking good there. And then we got our hooks down here. So we got a lot of stuff that we can hang up here. So number one is tubes. Inner tubes need to get hung up because I have them just hanging there, kind of being a pain currently. So we can hang our tubes up. So let's stick one of these bigger ones right near the end. So like I said, you kind of got a little hook there. So the hook's just gonna go right over the top. And in this case, it literally just fell into place. What? Okay, so there's that. Like, it doesn't get much easier than that. It literally just, it's rounded right there. So when you go to, and clip that on, and then you just clicks right into place there. And then when you want to remove it, you see the arrow right there. You just grab the bottom, push down, and off it comes. We don't need to use it. So, yeah, it's so nice. Those are so cool. And then if you want to, you can just slide them down the track wherever you need them to be. Once you put weight on it, it doesn't move. So you can move them all as much as you want when there's no weight. Once you throw weight on there, you're not going anywhere. You're set to go. So throw our second bike hook up. That's the easiest things to install. There we go. Oh, I like that. That looks good. Cool. All right. Let's grab a few things. Let's start hanging stuff up on these. Let me figure out what I'm gonna hang exactly and get some stuff looking good. Okay. So those are kind of like your storage hooks that you can use just to store stuff on, which I love. That looks awesome. That looks so good. Those are big storage hooks. You can put like whatever you want on those and no problem at all. And then the ones in the middle, those are your bike storage ones. If you want to hang like a bike by them, you could definitely use it just as a storage hook too, which is what I'll probably end up doing. But let's throw a bike on there real quick. Let's grab my daughter's BMX bike. And so you just, same thing as your other hooks, you just hook it on there and you can just drop it down just like that. Like I said, once you have weight on there, it moves a little bit, but her bike is ridiculously light, so I dig this. This is awesome. But yeah, you can just hang whatever you want up there. If you didn't want to use this hook at all and you want to take it off, and just take it off. You can slide stuff around. I mean, for a garage storage solution, this is pretty cool. I mean, if you look at mine right now, I got these hooks just in here. They do okay. They're for like helmets. Is what I have in there right now. I had one for my tubes up there. I had just a 2x4 sticking off of the studs. That's actually coming a little loose, it looks like. So I had that for my locks. And honestly, if you look at that wall, it just has screws shoved into the studs. So like that's clean. That looks good. And you can hang all sorts of stuff from that versus just whatever you fit on the screws. Heck yeah. I like that. I'm excited to have that on the wall now for extra storage for my bike stuff, because I know I'm gonna have more. I know there's something that I can hang up there I'm missing, but that's gonna be awesome to have. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but that's a pretty cool storage solution for your garage. You know, whether you're looking to store bikes, tubes, locks, yard tools, whatever it is you're looking to store, this thing's pretty cool. I was impressed by their big bike storage rack they reviewed in the past, and putting this thing up, same kind of quality, same design. I love the look of that. And this one I actually keep in the garage because I need extra storage in here, so this thing's great. So if you guys want to pick one of these up for yourselves, I'm gonna have a link in the description down below so you can check that out for yourselves. There's also gonna be a discount code down there as well. Save yourself a little money on it. This thing is awesome for anybody looking for extra storage solutions for your stuff. This is the way to go. Big thanks to Deerfamy for sending this out so I can give it a review and show you guys this awesome product. If you enjoyed the video, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering any questions you guys have. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.